Hello, hello. Take two. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Fit, Fine, and Flowing with Sasha Janae. So I don't know if you can see me because I didn't have this prepared. Anyways, I just want you guys to take a look at this pretty and pink butter soft outfit I have here. New workout outfit, okay? Now, I wanted to show y'all the back, but I am going to go ahead and put on my sweater because it's a little chilly in here. But we have a story time. We have a peak story time, okay? Welcome back, Peaks and Valleys. My bad, I forgot to sit down again. Okay, so y'all listen. I'm vulnerable with y'all. Do not talk about me in the little top of my high-waisted pants rolling down. That's me. Don't worry. Before I came here, I ate the best. I ate the absolute best dinner. 2 tilapia fillets, spinach over yellow rice, 44 grams of protein. I got vegetables in, I got carbs in, I got fats in, I got everything in. So anyways, we're happy. So welcome to another episode of Fit, Fine, and Flowing. I'm so happy to be with y'all. Welcome to another episode of Fit, Fine, and Flowing with Sasha Janae. There we go. Because it felt wrong. I was like, something's off. I'm saying something wrong. So I am really happy to be with y'all this week. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed episode 20 as much as I did. Recording it was tricky because that day some really craziness happened, but I really I feel like God always does his big one here with you guys on this platform. So I hope you enjoyed it. Now, what do I have going on here? Let me see. Hold on. Let me just pull up the episode here so we stay on point because I'm not going to be before y'all long. This is certainly a luteal phase. So if you're in your luteal phase with me, ladies, I feel you. Okay, this whole back again, bro, again. Anyways, hold on. Let me fix my, I had this very carefully curated outfit. So anyways, luteal laughing and learning to slow down. So this is the episode I have for y'all. So of course we're going to start. I want to just welcome, our audience. Okay. Welcome our audience. Fit, Fine, and Flowing is for the girls. Fit, Fine, and Flowing is for women that are in this growth phase because life is a journey and you are trying to anchor yourself to something, fitness, family, business, and we're just in the state of building, in the state of loving and taking care of our people and trying to like love on ourselves and have a good time as well. So all Fit, Fine, and Flowing is inclusive of all these things, okay? Now, for my new viewers, welcome in. Prepare for the ride, right? Enjoy the ride. And to my male viewers, I really appreciate our interactions, okay? Shout out to my male viewers. Appreciate the interactions. Maybe one day we will have some male viewers on to kind of give their feedback on Fit, Fine, and Flowing. But don't get it twisted. This is a space for the girls. So we love y'all, but we love y'all from outside the club, okay? Mwah. So, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So peaks and valleys. Let me start with my peak because last week I kind of robbed you guys of peaks and valleys. I got super emotional, crazy stuff. Not ready for that story yet, but God is good. Okay. So I went on a side quest on Saturday after work. Okay. First of all, I was supposed to get off at 9 a.m. last Saturday. I opened the club, all good vibes, and then I ended up having to stay until 2. So went on a side quest, and after dinner or lunch or whatever, like a late dinner, I had to stop at this store. I have been crawling out of my skin trying to get to I Am Activewear. I see like my fellow fitness peeps locally wearing it. I'm seeing it online. I feel like I'm seeing I feel like I'm seeing the I Am Activewear logo everywhere. And like, I have FOMO. Is that the thing where you feel like you're not included and you want to be included? That's number one. Number two, this is a Black owned, woman owned business in our own backyard, local. Okay. Very professional, just so tea, right? So I haven't been able to make it before the pod because normally I'm like wrangling kids and cooking dinner and taking them to my mom's and trying to wrap up work and just do the freaking most. So I have not made it. So finally, Side Quest Saturday, went to I Am Activewear and actually got to meet Miss Jules herself. So shout out to I Am Activewear and Miss Jules. Miss Jules and I fell in love in T minus 10 seconds when we met each other. Okay. Miss Jules told me her story behind the logo. Her store is amazing. It's so cute. It's so quaint. It's just giving Treasure Coast, Florida. And I think that like we all need that. So also we all need like a set from her store. Okay. Now, this right here is a part of their new collection. This is a buttery soft set, workout set. And she holds me in, okay? Let's just stand up. She holds me in all the right places, okay? We got pristine logo placement here and here, okay? I'm just absolutely obsessed. Like what waist? Okay, except for when I sit down now. Except for when I sit down because I had a full meal, guys. Anyways, so I went there. I had an amazing experience there. Okay. Went in, had amazing experience, amazing conversation. She gave me her testimony. I shared Fit, Fine, and Flowing with her. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on, let me turn the light off. All right. I'm gonna get these pants to act right, I swear. So, she shared her testimony with me. I shared Fit, Fine, and Flowing with her. And so by the time we were out of there, my photographer, Thomas, referred me to her. I seen his posts and stuff like that. So I left with this gorgeous outfit. I left as an affiliate. I have a code, Sasha, that's SASHA 20 for 20% off your next purchase. Okay. And this fabulous bag here with the logo. I want to tell you the story behind the logo, but I don't want to like mess it up. It is beautiful and it's so deep because what I went through last week, and I didn't even tell Miss Jules this, what I went through last week made her story resonate with me so much more. And also she's into fitness for the exact same reason why I'm into fitness, because it pulled her out of her darkest place. And that is the reason why I'm so passionate about fitness, is because it tends to pull you out of your darkest place and keep you in the midst of a storm. It's not God, right? But I feel like God gave us fitness as a tool in our toolbox to really move forward in life. So especially for my entrepreneur sisters in flow, listen, you get a routine, you let fitness head the physical part of that routine. And as you commit and get into routine, it will be so much easier for you to be disciplined in other areas of your life. Okay. So that is iamactivewear.com. Okay. You can go online. She is located in downtown Fort Pierce, Florida. And I just love her down. So if you guys are interested in the new set, there's different colors. It fits me amazing. You know, the one thing that really stood out about this shop is that Miss Jules makes sure her merchandise fits everybody. Okay. It's not for like, it's for everybody, but like everybody. I got curves. I got the booty. I got the big legs. And she looked at me, and she picked the right size. She picked the right everything for me. So I'm absolutely in love. I'm deeply obsessed. I Am Activewear. Go shop I Am Activewear. So this episode is certainly brought to you by I Am Activewear. Again, the code is Sasha, SASHA 20 at checkout for 20% off. Okay. Now, that is the peak of my week. Okay. Now, when it comes, I don't know why I'm out of breath like I'm jogging. This is crazy. Anyways, I don't know. Oh, and my lashes are secure this time, but my lashes are a little too secure because like the adhesive is sticking to the bottom of my eyes. I'm working through it, ladies. I'm working through it because we're a work in progress, okay? So do not talk about me and don't judge me. Also, I'm going to be very talking with my hands because I just got a, it's called a pink French manicure. Now I know what it's called. She didn't have to mix the colors. She chose the right colors, 2 coats, and then the tips. Big Mama is happy, okay? So shout out to my nail girl too. So Luteal laughing and learning to slow down. Now, my valley of my week was, it's been almost a week without my children. It's weird. It's weird. I'm a mother, okay? I'm a mamacita. I'm used to my kids being up under me 24/7, unless they're with my mom, which is 5 minutes away. So it's very strange that my babies are not with me for this summer. They're good. They're safe. Some stories I might share with you a little bit down the line, but I think right now it's like just a little too tender. So that would be my valley, is like not being right up under my kids. So it's like, oh girl, are you having so much fun? Are you enjoying it? So quiet, da da da. It's too quiet. Now, it is okay to slow down. It is okay to have downtime. It is okay to breathe, ladies. Do not feel mom guilt when your children are elsewhere and it's your time to let your hair down. You got to learn to let your hair down. I will start by saying that. But right now, I'm not in that space. I am laying on the couch using my daughter's big blanket, their big pink blanket. I am crying a little bit, and my son's bedroom door is open because he has the LCD lights and they're flashing, and it just makes me feel like, because I can see them in the corner of my eye, it just makes me feel closer to them. What's really going on with me, right? I'm sure I'll get used to it. I had a great conversation with my brother yesterday, and he was just like, girl, he was like, put everything down and go sit and don't do anything. You deserve this. Like, just go relax. And that was so beautiful and bittersweet, because like I'm used to this. Like I said, we internalize this like hyper independence and hyperactivity, and sometimes like God is saying, hey, go have a seat. You don't need to be like this all the time. And that's really, really ties into what today's conversation is about, because all day long, I was like, it's like I'm trying to find the relaxation in relax, and I'm just having such a hard time. It's like the more that I lay down, the more I feel like, oh my God, I'm not doing this. Oh my God, I could be doing that. Oh my God, you're so lazy. You're procrastinating. You're this, you're that. And that's really not the case. Now, if you are being lazy and if you are procrastinating, that's a whole nother story. But this is a self-accountability conversation that you need to have with yourself. Like, hey, listen, am I resting because it's time to rest? Or am I evading responsibilities? Okay. Am I running away from promises that I made for myself? There's a balance to everything, ladies. Okay. So definitely peaks and valleys. I am still looking forward to you ladies to start to drop your peaks and valleys in the comment. Like, listen, peaks and valleys is a release for you and me. I want to know, like, what are we giving gratitude for? I want to know what you're happy about so I can like hold your hands and jump in a circle with you. Okay. And if you have a valley, maybe I can pray for you. Maybe I can pray with you. Maybe I can send positive thoughts. Maybe you just need to get it out. And maybe you just need to vent. So share your peaks and valleys with me in the comments, girls. So when we do Kegels together, that's the same. I want you to do Kegels with me and share your peaks and valleys with me. I would love that. I would be honored. Okay. So y'all know how I go. Okay. And I feel like it's been a minute since I goed like this. I watch Poor Minds, right? And they say, I cried, you cried, we crowed. And that is living rent free in my head. So I've been crowing a lot these last couple of days because I'm luteal. Okay. I'm in my luteal phase. This hoe is back again. Not to be confused with menstruation, because we're right on the brink. My lower back is aching. I'm having cramps here and there. I shout out to my girl Wheezy. Okay. From Decisions. This is a podcast that I used to watch when it was Horrible Decisions. When I used to like fiend for podcasting, and I was like, oh, this could be me. I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I have a couple of podcasts that I'm like die-hard fans. I believe, like, listen, anybody that's listening to me, if you really, really love me, get us tickets to the Still Sippin' Tour. Okay. Poor Minds, Still Sippin' Tour. Okay. So also, let me put a wall there. because I am talking about Wheezy from Decisions. She got engaged. My best friend sent the reel to me. This is how I realized that I was in Luteal, because first I was like, something feels off. There's a lot of heavy energy around me. Are we in retrograde? Like, I was kind of like tripping, but silently, because I've been by myself. So I'm not going to trip out loud. Right. And my best friend sends me the reel, the clip of Wheezy explaining her engagement. Even now, I'm so emotional about it. Every time I see that, like a clip or a post about Weezy's engagement, I get emotional. She said, excuse me, basically she was explaining about, and sorry, y'all. Basically, she was explaining about her engagement and how it went down. And I've grown with these girls, okay? And what she said was, it just makes you believe in love again, because a lot of times, like, I'm a woman, and here I'll go getting super vulnerable with y'all. I'm a woman. I'm 37 years old. I've been engaged a couple times, but I've never been married. I've been in long-term relationships. I have 3 children. My children have 3 fathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really a secret to anybody. Kids are 5 years apart. Like, there's no shame in my game, right? But it's so hard being the type of woman that I am, because for me, I know I'm attractive. I know I'm smart. I know I can cook. I know I'm good. I'm a good woman to a man. So, but sometimes I'd be like, dang, like, why? Like, am I the last single girl? Like, what the fuck is really going on? Right? So, Wheezy had said, it makes you believe in love again. Like, it makes you believe love is possible when so many people around you or society is saying, like, well, because you got 3 strikes against you, you're no good to a man. Even my ex telling me, like, who's going to want you with kids? Like, nobody's going to want you. And that is so not true. Like, you just gotta take your time, and you just gotta get to know yourself. I think above everything, like, getting to know the woman that you are, so that when you are presented with the man that's for you, you guys can actually come together, instead of trying to pull some idea of a woman out of you because you don't know who you are, and vice versa. If you know who you are, you don't have to pull potential or an idea out of a man. Y'all can either grow together, or you know that that person's not for you and you don't waste time. So made me super emotional. And then this was the second indication. I was watching Sex and the City. What episode was this? I was watching Sex and the City, and it was when, honestly, I don't even know. I cried for like 3. Oh, that's what it was. It was the episode that Miranda's mom passed away. I was in ruin. Why? I don't even care for the character Miranda, but I was crying for her. I was so sad for her, and I was like, fuck. My period is coming for sure. My period is on the way. And I've also been super duper hungry. So let me give you a rundown. I had my protein. So I meal prepped. Let's just back up, right? And my friends are going to laugh at me again. They laughed at me all day today. So I meal prepped. But what I did last night was eat my meal prep that I prepped for today. So all I really did was make a second dinner. And so anyways, that's how my appetite has been. I've been very hungry. So then this morning I had my oatmeal, and then because I ate my meal prep the night before, I didn't really have meal prep. So I was like, okay, I grabbed some snacks, like a protein bar, some caramel rice cakes, and another like protein fruit bar or whatever. That's not in the macros. That's not what we agreed upon. Okay. So then I get off of work and I go home. And what did I get? I instantly got some yogurt. So I had Greek yogurt with protein powder. So like I didn't deviate too much from the program. Okay. So I had that with some, I didn't have blackberries with this, with some granola. Okay. I ate that, sat in bed and ate that, and banana. Okay. So then I get up because I couldn't sleep. I thought I was tired. So I just laid in the bed. I FaceTimed the babies. So me and Gabby and Mercy were on FaceTime. So we're just like kind of rolling around talking to each other. And then it was time for me to get up and go get my nails done. Yeah, you guessed it. I got another snack. So I went and I got some cottage cheese with blackberries. So delicious. And then once I was done with that, and I'm not like, I probably ate something every hour of the day today. Then when I got home, I was like, okay, well, let me eat dinner so I don't be hungry tonight, because I might go have wine tonight, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure because I had to work tomorrow. So I want to be 100% myself tomorrow. I don't want to fuck off, right? Because I'm already luteal. Like, it's already about to be a full moon. Honestly, I don't even know what moon phase we're in, and I feel ashamed. Anyways, so then I made 2 tilapia fillets with spinach and rice, honey, luteal, okay? And these are all characteristics of being in your luteal phase, ladies. So what even is luteal phase? It happens after ovulation, before your period. So scientifically, progesterone rises and energy may decrease. Hunger may increase and emotions can feel stronger. So because progesterone is getting higher, this is what's happening in your body. Emotions feeling stronger, heavy on that, because I was listening to Sierra's song and I was about to cry again. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm eating like a newborn baby. I just want to curl up. I honestly want to curl up in the nook of a man. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It would be so nice, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go home at some point tonight and curl up in my own blankets on my bamboo mattress topper. Okay. So this episode felt like a little difficult to prepare, because I'm like, what am I talking to the girls about today? Like, what is it? No, let me just tell y'all my life. Let me just share this phase with you guys. Let me just be here to encourage you that you're not alone, to encourage you that we're all going through something. Sorry, that was my lashes sticking together and stuff. Also, I feel like Fiona. I know I'm cute. I know I'm tea right now, okay? I took some really great waist pictures today, but I will be so honest with you, bitch. What even is this? Whose idea was this? Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Now, do y'all ever wake up and suddenly feel like you're failing at life? So not only am I ugly, not only am I I'm eating my own self out of house and home. Okay, I am the kids this summer. I also feel like I am not freaking doing enough. Am I a bad mom for letting my kids go away for the summer? Am I abandoning them? Am I abandoning them for self-pleasure? And then I have the audacity to not be up 24 hours of the day, posting content and taking pictures and taking over the freaking world, right? In your luteal phase, you have less motivation. You are experiencing more fatigue. Why are we experiencing more fatigue? Because your body is preparing to release an egg. That's the menstrual phase, okay? Your cravings are increased because your body's working harder. And then also you're feeling a little less social. I don't know why we feel less social in luteal, but there's like several. If y'all seen, let me not do that to myself. Listen, shout out to everybody that texted me today that I did not respond to. I'm taking the time for myself to only respond to whom I need to respond to. Okay. And then also the negative self. I just called myself ugly, but I know I'm pretty, but right now I feel like Sasha last week was banging as compared to Sasha this week. And it's all in my head because I'm banging every day of the week. I woke up like this. I didn't because I put these lashes on, right? They helped a little bit. Anyways, y'all get the point. So the problem isn't always the phase. Sometimes it's the expectation that we're supposed to operate at 100% of the time. This is classic type A behavior, okay? And this happens to me in my brain when I'm in luteal. A lot of times I'm like, okay, you're good, you got this, you're doing, at least you're having forward movement. The health coach in me, listen, one step at a time, small habits compound. And then when it comes to me, I look in the mirror and I say, girl, what the hell are you doing performing at 95%? What are you doing performing at 90%? As if I'm supposed to be at 110% every single day of my life. And that's simply not realistic because life happens. There's so many changes. And I think I've been talking about this every episode, but I haven't really emphasized how many changes are happening in my life right now. Like I can't catch up. There's so many changes. There's natural changes. There's changes that I was not a little girl expecting to go through certain changes that are happening. There's physical changes happening, work, social. It's crazy. It's a lot. But it feels like I don't have enough time to process. And then I also still need to do all the things. And I'm here to tell you that you don't need to do all the things all the time. Sometimes you do need to slow down, and it's okay as long as you move a little, like 1% better. This is where we can actually fall back and say, hey, listen, 1% better every day. Okay. Now, there is like a discipline space that comes into this conversation. Okay. Discipline isn't only going hard, and we kind of had touched on this a little bit, right? Discipline isn't only like this 100% ideal. It can also be, I don't have to do like a full body boot camp every single day to say like, oh yeah, I'm on my 75 hard, which I didn't even bring up. Should I sideline right now? Maybe at the end, maybe remind me, or maybe ask me in the comments if I completely forget. Anyways, today I had space and time and opportunity. I will be 100% transparent with you, but it just made me sick to think about going back to the gym, back to work. I was even thinking because I didn't feel social. I don't want to be there because I know everybody there. And not that I don't love everybody there. It's just like, I kind of just don't want to talk to anybody. Like I want to go somewhere where nobody knows my name. I considered getting a day pass at another gym, just a random local gym. And then I was like, you know what? I just cannot bear the thought to be around a bunch of people. I cannot bear the thought of like touching a weight. Like I don't want to weight lift. Sometimes I do want to, but right now I absolutely don't. So what did I do? I got up and I walked the bridge. So my 2 miles sufficed. That was my discipline because I kept the routine of movement going. Okay. Drinking water. I haven't had the best water drinking day because I left my cup at work and I'm like a big child. I only like one sippy cup. So I could be doing better for drinking water, but what I did was when I realized that I hadn't been drinking as much water as I have been drinking, I got a Pedialyte. So I replenished some electrolytes in my body. I ate some fruit as well, the blackberries. So that contributes to my hydration. And then also tracking food. I was able to run back to you everything that I ate. I have my, I brought this for y'all. I had to kick it all the way old school, okay? Food journal. Because the phone is cool, but somehow I can make an excuse not to like record my food in my phone, but I haven't been able to make the excuse not to record my food in my food journal. So without y'all getting in my business, the bitch is locked in, okay? So, keeping track of your food, right? Getting enough sleep. I'm trying. Lately, I have not been able to sleep the way that I want to sleep. I accidentally took a nap yesterday. Thought I would be able to go right back to sleep. No, I didn't get to bed until late. I forced myself to go to bed. And then what happened? I forced myself to go to bed. And then I ended up just kind of staying awake in the dark, and it was weird. Okay. And keeping promises to yourself. I committed to 75 hard. And guess what? I'm getting movement every single day. I'm tracking my food. I'm meal prepping. I'm reading my 10 pages. Like, even though it feels like I'm not doing enough, I am still keeping my promises to myself. The 75 hard thing, I have this idea in my head because I see people with the 75 hard and the dramatic results and stuff like that. I have to remind myself like, yes, I'm seeking dramatic results. I want my body fat to decrease. I want to look toned and tightened. I have a specific goal in mind, right? But above the physique part of things, I want to devour this book whole. Not only devour the book whole, I want to learn a new trade, okay? Day trading. And I want to be able to retain the information and apply it, okay? Took it a step further, signed up for a class, okay? So I am personally reflecting. On the surface, I feel like, girl, you're not doing enough. And then when I really stop to think and make a list, I'm keeping my promises to myself. And that's the biggest thing that matters. Okay. Choosing consistency over perfection. I invested in myself a lot. I invested in myself a lot this past week. I feel like everything was necessary. I feel like they were not frivolous spends. And I got myself, I got locked in with a trainer. Okay. Ashton, Ash is my trainer. I love working out with Ash. You know what I'm saying? Between him and Amy, but Amy and my schedule don't link up. So I was able to, lock in with a trainer and invest in buying myself a fitness routine. So with that being said, like I am ready to lock in. I'm not ready to go that hard just yet. So what I'm doing here is I'm striving for progress. Okay. I'm giving myself new challenges. I'm building habits that can survive every phase of my cycle. Because when I hit menstrual, when my period comes, when I actually start to bleed my own blood, guess what? I'm not going to want to do none of this shit. But because over the last, it's been a minute. Dare I say, over the last 21 days, how the heck did that happen? Yeah, just about, because I got home from the cruise on the 1st and I locked back in on the 2nd. So yeah, almost 21 days to build a habit. It's almost been 21 days. I have been doing my best to build myself back up to like that positive standard. So with that, I think that when the menstrual phase finally hits for me, I'll be locked in. Hopefully I'll be locked in. Okay. Say a prayer for me. So like I said, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to stay connected and in routine and consistent, even when your energy changes. Okay. We got to lock in, but also we got to give ourselves the grace to understand like, hey, listen, your lock in on Thursday is not going to be your lock in on Monday. And sometimes that's okay. Okay. Now, laughing through it, I am pretty pathetic in my house. That's all I will say. I'm pretty pathetic in my house right now with the babies not being there. And I just kind of like, girl, I feel like sometimes I'm get overwhelmed with like my kids being right there 24/7. And I'm just laughing at myself like, girl, your kids are safe. They weren't yanked away from you. They're having a grand old time. What are you tripping for? Right. And me sitting there crying over Miranda's mom passing away, which is like, after that episode and after like I wiped my tears, I was like, I don't even understand why that dynamic was even in the series to begin with, because they really didn't get into the parental stuff for anybody. At some point, a little bit with Big, but like not for the girls. So it was like, why in the world? Like, why did that affect me so much? You know what I'm saying? I can say I'm not really irritable, but honestly, I only get kind of irritable with my kids when my period comes. Like, shout out to them, my bad, y'all. But really, honestly, that's the only like irritability I be feeling. And then this is the era and the generation or whatever of selfies. So I take these pictures of myself, like when I go walk the bridge, I have a couple of signature posts that I make. So I do my story boomerang, dedicated to the Fit, Fine, and Flowing. And then when I complete my walk, I'll take like a picture of myself and then I'll take a picture of my waist, because significantly when I first started my walking, my waistline has definitely changed as I've become consistent now. I did take like a minor break from the bridge, but I was walking the treadmill, blah, 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 blah. It's a journey. It's not a destination, right? So I take a waist picture of myself. So the waist picture today, I was like, hold on, girl, you're doing a little something, like matching the nutrition with the activity. Even just being on point with your nutrition, even if there was like minimal to no activity, girl, you're doing something there. So lock in with your nutrition, because it has literally just been 3 days, but like, earmuff it, guys. My bowel movements have been fantastic. I said, oh my God, I know I just lost 10 pounds there. Like I feel healthier and I feel lighter. And I feel like if I was in a different space, like for example, am I yelling? I feel like, for example, if I was in a different space, like I wasn't in this like I feel like pre 75 hard first try, right? I think that I would still go get my double quarter pounder with cheese and eat my full large size meal with a Diet Coke. And I would be like bloated and I would feel heavy, and that would contribute to my fatigue. That would contribute to my hormone balance being imbalanced and stuff like that. But now that I'm in this space, like, okay, I do feel fatigued. I do feel like I know I'm in my luteal for sure because I'm emotional, blah, blah, blah. But because I've honed in on my nutrition and I've been so much more disciplined in these certain areas, moving my body, et cetera, it's, it could be worse. It could be worse. And actually, I'm saying it out loud right now because it just kind of hit me like it definitely could be worse because I'm in so much more of a taking care of my body space right now. Okay. I think that this is where our to-do list comes into play. If you write out a to-do list of stuff that needs to get done, so at least there's some forward movement, you go take that nap, girl, because you did that to-do list, okay? So I feel like it would kind of be fun and interesting for y'all to share with me some of your luteal phase moments. I don't want to feel alone. I don't want to feel alone. I actually went on Pinterest today after my walk and I went and typed in luteal phase and Sex in the City, and it brought up just like a bunch of like mood pics like of luteal phase. And they were so on point because right now I'm in my Sex in the City era. I feel like rewatching the show being this age, because I've watched it a couple of times, but rewatching the show being this age really kind of illuminated some stuff about like women for me. And I'll just leave it at that. But I think it's a great show to watch. It's a great show to watch. It's a classic. Like, anyways. So I have some, when it comes to like nutrition and fitness and stuff like that, y'all, I have some luteal phase tips. So we're going to call this the cycle syncing corner. Now, when it comes to cycle syncing, like I screenshot it every freaking time. I screenshot what I should be eating when I'm follicular. I'm eating men when I'm ovulating. I screenshot what I should be eating when I'm luteal. Every single time I come across a post, I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. And I don't follow it. So, cheers to following the education that you're getting, because we have just this unlimited resource of knowledge, and we're like, we get it, but we don't retain it and we don't apply it. So like, cheers to applying it, right? So nutrition wise, and I noticed that my body was craving these things when I was meal prepping. And I kind of just went with it. So it came naturally. It wasn't necessarily me saying, oh, I'm luteal, I need to increase my iron intake, right? So you want to increase your protein, add magnesium-rich foods, and hydrate. Hydration is important, especially if you have like a nasty heavy flow. The more hydrated your body is, the lighter, not the lighter that your period will be, but you won't be heavy and sticky because your body is hydrating, so it makes it easier for the release, okay? Reduce the intensity if necessary. Sometimes when I'm on my period, I can take on a whole army. Like for some reason, when I lock in, I just feel that strong. But today, baby, and I'm not even on my period, that walk, the 2.5-mile walk that I do on a very, very regular basis kicked my ass so bad. I had to take my weight vest off of my shoulders because I felt like I was just going to crumble to the ground, and I had to hang it around my hips. Then I felt like I was going to throw my back off. Hello, 37. Okay. Like shit was so crazy today. Like, I don't know why my body felt like that. I don't know why, but I do know why. Right. Anyways, focus on strength training, that's your weights and stuff like that. And then walking does count. Walking is going to do more for you than just fitness. Walking is going to kind of balance your thoughts and balance your mental health. And if you're like me and you live in Florida and you can walk outside, it is going to expose you to vitamin D. I got some fresh air. I walked the bridge. I got some fresh air. I got some sun. I got some clarity. At the end, I was like, okay, life is not as bad as I thought it was, but I was hungry as hell, okay? Now, very important to give yourself some grace while you're in luteal, okay? Stop comparing your luteal self to your follicular self. And we ain't gonna talk about the dog in me when I'm ovulating, but just stop comparing yourself through different phases, because this is why there's cycles and phases, because you're one to the next. They're not a mashup, and you're not an imperfect woman if you don't feel peak follicular level phase around the calendar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely okay. This is how God created our bodies. So we can either feel attacked and let our minds work against it, or we can say, you know what? On Fit, Fine, and Flowing, Sasha talks about this. I'm in my luteal. So guess what? I'm gonna cuddle with the cat for 10 minutes before I do this. I'm gonna catch me a good dopamine hit and go to my mom's house and sit and have dinner with her and get a big hug. You know, I'm gonna go on a long walk. Like, treat yourself the way that you want somebody to treat you. Okay. Now, switching gears. This brings us to our All Things Vagina segment, okay? Now, this is gonna be a very short segment. I know I said I was gonna have a part 2 for y'all, but I'm just not there. I feel like when I'm ovulating, I might have a little bit more in this area for you, but right now I feel coy, I feel shy, I feel like, girl, don't say orgasm or pussy, like, so just bear with me here while we're luteal, okay? Episode 20 segment was what happens in the brain when a woman orgasms or climaxes, okay? So we went through that and I had posted a clip. So All Things Vagina segment today in the future is going to be brought to you by Salt XO. Learn how to wash that pussy, including the other products like chlorophyll and probiotic and all things good for the vagina, okay? So one day we'll be brought to you by Salt XO, but until then, go on Salt XO, order your vagina wash, order your chlorophyll, you know, make you a little care package order, buy some for your friend, travel size included, and have the best, most freshest pussy in the whole wide world, okay? Now, so I had posted a clip of episode 20, and please forgive me for not posting a lot of clips this past weekend. I've been in a cave. I don't remember what the clip was. It was literally like what happens in a woman's brain when she climaxes. So somebody was like, and I was like, leave me suggestions or stories or whatever. We'll call them hories. Shout out to Good Moms. Good Moms. Bad Decisions. No. Shout out to Good Moms. They're my girls. Anyways, so she said, what happened? Why do we squirt was her question. So I figured, like, All Things Vagina segment, it's not that I'm not feeling my vagina, okay? It's just that I'm just not in that space right now. So I just wanted to just give a little conversation about what happens when we squirt, okay? So what squirting is? Squirting is, or the question is, why does the body squirt during orgasm? What squirting is, okay, is the fluid is released through the urethra, okay? It can involve bladder fluid and fluid from Skene's gland, okay? Not every woman experiences squirting. Squirting does not, excuse me, fellas, go ahead and turn this part up. Lean in real close. Squirting does not determine the orgasm quality. It is completely normal if your girl squirts. It is completely normal if she doesn't, okay? So squirting is not like a report card for your sex life. You're not missing out on something if you don't squirt, and you're not like getting a prize if you do squirt. I hope I said that right. There's a lot of conversation and back and forth about like whether it's pee or not. But let's go ahead and dead it right now. The fluid is released through the urethra and it can involve bladder fluid. So there's a little bit of urine in there. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess there's no actual explanation to why the body squirts. It's just, I guess, the woman's comfortability level and the ability to release during the release. And I think that, like, personally, we might get in our head determined to get the orgasm. So like, we're not able to like fully release our mind to enjoy completely enjoy the orgasm. So maybe we don't get to that point of relaxation in order to enjoy the squirt. So anyways, shout out to my girl that asked that question. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Let's keep looking into it. Let's keep reading into it. Let's keep looking into it. It's perfectly fine. I wasn't prepared to go through that rabbit hole. I just want to lay down. Okay. So, also, I do and I don't want to introduce this segment. But because we're workout girlies, oopsies, because we're workout girlies, it's like maybe y'all can help me with a workout song. And the crazy thing is I said, I was talking to my phone because if I say it now, she'll start talking. I was talking to my phone and I said, play a workout playlist based on SpinNat. And she gave me a good playlist, but I didn't know any of the songs that were on there. So I think that right now I'm kind of in my Jhené Aiko phase. So Blue Dream would be the song that I would relate to this week, or Triggered. Let's say Triggered. I feel like I sang Triggered really hard in the shower earlier and cried a little bit. So it doesn't match my current season at all. Nobody is triggering me. Like I'm so cool off that. Like I'm so wonderful. I think that you live and you learn from life, and Jhené Aiko she's just a dream. Like her music just sends you into a space, even if you're not in there. And I'm a performer, so I enjoy that song. Also, I think I've said this to y'all before. Okay, it's coming, I promise. I'm going to do an R&B spin class. I am. And so when we're doing the R&B spin class, speaking of favorite song of the week, when we're doing the R&B spin class, the movements are going to be very slow and the load is going to be very heavy. And we're going to get those hips and thighs built. We're going to get that stamina, that riding stamina. We're going to get that riding stamina built up. Okay. Now, just to recap the episode, y'all, if you're tuning in now, luteal phase is not a flaw, okay? If you rest, that doesn't mean that you quit. It just means that you need to take a beat, okay? Discipline creates results, even if it's light discipline, okay? Progress doesn't require perfection, and I'm going to preach that forever as long as you're not making excuses, because excuses only sounds good to the person that's making them. And excuses is really literally the only thing standing in between success and yourself. All right. If you're in your luteal phase right now, this is literally, this whole entire episode is your reminder that slowing down does not mean that you're falling behind. And sometimes slowing down is exactly what your body needs to heal and keep moving forward. So I want to thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Fit, Fine, and Flowing. We got Fit Moms panel coming up. I don't know if we're going to we're going to give the guys a platform, y'all. Y'all already got like a big chunk of the world. No, I'm just playing. Let me not get there. I'm not political. No. But Fit Moms panel is in the works. R&B Spin Ride is in the works. Community events, a community fitness event, I'm thinking a class and some vendors, is in the works. I have an appointment to sit down with my girl Jill and see where we can get definitely merch. And do not forget to go to, I got all my stuff in here, y'all. Go to www.iamactivewear.com and order your new buttery soft fit today. Now, if we all order these in different colors, like I'm pink, so I'm obviously the pink ranger. If one of you girls gets blue, one of you girls gets yellow, and one of you girls gets green, and one of you girls gets red, then we can go to spin class and sit across from each other, hear me out. And we could just be like the spin Power Rangers or some shit, or like the fitness Power Rangers. And I had this thought when I was walking the bridge, and I just thought I'd share this with you. To know me is to love me. Don't judge me. All right, y'all. Have a great one.